Hey guys, how you going? My name is Dom and welcome to this 5,000 subscriber celebration video. So first off, thank you for all you 5,000 people who have supported me and subscribed to Decode over the past year. I hope I've given back my knowledge to you guys for you to use in your programming careers. So to celebrate, I'm going to be answering some of the most popular YouTube question comments that I've received over the past year in a bit more detail, face to face in front of the camera. But first off, I'm actually recording this using my Google Pixel 3 XL front-facing camera, which is leaned against my PC monitor. So I apologize if the video quality isn't too good. So anyway, the first question we have here says, "Thanks again, best front-end teacher." Thanks, mate. Are you from Australia? So yes, I am from Australia. Now just to expand on that, and this goes for anyone who is a developer outside of the United States. So there's this problem with spelling or naming conventions. So for example, the word color. In the US, it's spelt as C-O-L-O-R. In Australia, it's spelt as C-O-L-O-U-R. So that difference there gets me thinking, should I be using the Australian version or the US version? So my opinion on this, and this goes for things such as variable names or property names or database column names, for example. So I think if you're an Australian developer, and even if your whole team is Australian and you're making an Australian product, you should still use the American spelling. The reason is most programming tools or languages are developed in the US, so you should be using the language or the convention or the spelling of the country which has originated your tool. So it's like going to the US to a cafe and trying to pay with Australian money. It's not going to work. So the same thing goes here. Use the American spelling for your American tools. But that's just my opinion. But yes, I'm from Australia. Alright, so next we have, please tell me, what's the theme of VS Code? Okay, so for those of you who watched my videos in late 2017 or early 2018, I was using the text editor called Atom, and I was using the theme called Nature Green Light. And I think in most cases there, I was using the font called Roboto Mono. Recently, I've switched to Visual Studio Code using the theme called Mindark, and once again the font called Roboto Mono. So there you go. Alright, so here we go. Great explanation. Cheers, mate. Also, what mechanical keyboard are you using? So I'm using the Cooler Master Keys Pro S with Cherry MX Blue switches. So I think it's a bit expensive, but it's solid, it's simple, and it works well. So there you go. Next, is your older brother called Bomb? And in brackets, browser object model, then the crying face. So nah, mate, he's actually called WOM for window object model. Okay, hi bro, how you going? Can you please change the theme of your editor? It's hard to see the code. Okay, so for something like this video was recorded using a dark theme. Now, I've asked you guys on Twitter and on YouTube if you prefer the light or the dark theme for recording these videos. Most of you said you prefer a dark theme. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go with the dark theme for all of my videos. Mate, you're gonna have to increase the brightness of your screen to actually see this. I'm sorry, but it's hard to, of course, please everyone when it comes to this sort of thing. When I first started making these videos, I thought the light theme was best suited to tutorials because, when I was in uni studying, most of my lecturers and tutors would use a light theme. So I thought, yeah, cool. It must be the light theme that sort of matches the idea of making tutorials. So I used the light theme. But of course, most of you like the dark theme, so that's my decision. Sorry, mate. You can't please everyone. Next, we have Nice. can you please show me the same thing using jQuery Ajax? Okay, so for this whole idea of using jQuery, back in the day when I was like 15 or 16 years old, I would use jQuery in basically all of my JavaScript projects. Nowadays, I use nothing but plain JavaScript, or maybe a framework on top of that, but I don't use jQuery. I think the benefits of jQuery have sort of faded as time has went on. Things like Internet Explorer compatibility aren't too relevant nowadays. You know, now you can use things like Babel to transpile your code into Internet Explorer friendly code, but even so, most users don't use Internet Explorer anymore. It obviously depends on your industry, but I think most cases it's safe to assume your user won't be using Internet Explorer. But of course, it depends on your case. But yeah, with jQuery, I don't find it as useful as it used to be. I think also you sort of learn a lot more about JavaScript or programming in general when you use plain JavaScript. You get to see things like the underlying objects, properties, and APIs. With jQuery, it sort of adds a layer on top of JavaScript to sort of hide, or it does sort of hide, some of the important APIs and methods or properties that you might not know about. But if a lot of you guys do want to see jQuery tutorials, I'm happy to, of course, make, let's just say, 20 or 30 videos on jQuery. But that is my last question. Once again, thank you guys for subscribing and supporting Decode. I'll see you later.